Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Tumin Chapo, bringing you the best of what's going down in and around Johannesburg. To be the best, you have to learn from the best. And Jonathan Mannion took time out of his busy schedule to impart his knowledge and experience to upcoming photographers, some of which we got to meet.
My name is Neo. I'm a Joburg-based photographer.
I'm Angus McKinnon and I'm from Joburg.
My name is Thembile Ngobo. I'm originally from Pietermaritzburg in KZN.
Growing up as a black youth in South Africa, seeing how black people were represented in mainstream media, and I wanted to change that. I wanted the same things that I would, like I used to buy a lot of music magazines from the US and the UK, and I wanted the same representation in the magazines back home, like here at home. And that's when I started experimenting with my friends, the quieter generation.
When I was studying, we built pinhole cameras. From then the magic just happened from there, when you see the process of creating an image out of literally a biscuit tin and a pinhole, processing it in the darkroom and seeing how that light actually does something and is caught by that film. There was something in there that captured me. Photography is often a very lonely thing. That sometimes has trodden me down a bit, But then on the other side, there's the flip side where people really appreciate your work, and that's actually what drives all the downtime, is for that certain uptime.
He seems like a black man in a white skin, which is quite cool, but he's someone who's more of a mentor to anyone who's willing to listen to him, who's willing to learn from him, and who's willing to know where to take his craft and how to take it there. It's fun, difficult at times, challenging every now and then, but it has been eye-opening.
I wanted to spend time with a generation of photographers to impart any wisdom that I could possibly give to an emerging scene of photographers that want more, or are challenged by things, or may not know all the outlets, that they can pursue, and just sort of sprinkle a little bit of magic on that and say, look, it's possible. I think it's great when you can see that light bulb. You see that little spark in their eyes, or when they're nodding in agreement to a moment. It's really giving hope, man. I think more than anything, it's making people believe that it's possible, that your dreams can actually come true. It is a difficult industry. There are a lot of challenges, and I think if I can help people avoid some of the pitfalls and speed bumps and moments of discomfort that I've experienced in my career, guide them through that, that's what I'm here to do. The best advice for me to impart is really understand your skill set. If you want to be a photographer, know everything. Study it, learn it, absorb it, sleep, eat, breathe, drink it, just really know your craft, because then when that skill set is established, then it becomes about the communication and the exchange between two humans.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter @JoburgToday. Console jar lights are currently shining uniquely and proudly South African at the 300th anniversary of the landscape architect who changed the look of 18th century England. Marie's looked into what it took to adapt the lights for this occasion and British solar conditions.
It's the most exciting thing ever. It's handmade. We've got a bunch of people that work on this project for a year now, and it's just so nice to see come into fruition.
500 glass jars of South African electronics and remote-controlled sunshine. And you've guessed it, the handiwork of Joburgers. Invented and manufactured in and around Joburg. Like in South Africa, the original console solar jars also gained popularity in Europe and the UK.
Earlier this year we've been approached by Laurent Louet from the Artistic Light Studio from the UK in London, and he has been commissioned to do a light show in Compton Verney, which is a big landscape park in the UK. This event is about the 300th anniversary of Mr. Capability Brown. He was a famous landscape architect in the UK,
and the lighting designer Lauren from Atmosphere decided to use the jars to simulate or to represent photosynthesis of the grass. And to make that happen, we had to make them remote controlled, so we can control how much energy they use, because all we have is this tiny little jar with a tiny little solar panel, and it's got to run for 18 days.
Apparently, the Compton Verney Light Show is the first time ever that so many solar lanterns are wirelessly activated in an art exhibition using the same DMX technology employed in the entertainment industry. Enter the engineers of the University of Johannesburg's Resolution Circle.
It uses a lot of power when transmitting. We needed to find a low power wireless technology in order to transmit the DMX data because of the limited power in terms of the solar jar light that we had. And then the technology that we found best suited to solve this problem was microchips MyWi.
If not challenging enough, Mother Nature had to be kept in mind as well.
There is really not much sunlight in the UK at the end of October, which is the end of autumn, really the beginning of winter. To give you an idea, the UK in that period of time has less solar radiation than would we have in the middle of winter.
The biggest difference between our solution compared to traditional, how DMX is used traditionally, is that we use it at a very low power. And also we control very tiny LEDs compared to big powerful lights in other normal lighting shows.
I believe strongly that engineers are here. We need to give them the ability to do a project of the sort. And I think they've just about proved that it can be done locally and doesn't have to go overseas and be designed elsewhere.
Resolution Circle manufactured the lights as well. Before being sent off, every remote-controlled jar was programmed, tested and charged with South African sunlight. Another 500 regular console solar jars are also used in the installation. Marise de Klerk, Joburg Today.
Hello everyone, my name is Kanyam Kangisa and you are watching Joburg Today.
That's all for today. For more on the city, do check out our playlist. From myself, Dumin Chapo, and the Joburg Today crew, it's goodbye.